This is day 9, I believe. I think this is day 9. Continuing off the build from Canal City. Last left off building the college. Now I still want to work on this area down here. There are buildings that I want to put here, but they're not going to be... They're going to be commercial for the most part. I got rid of one mod, network skins, which is on the side over here. That allowed me to change the color of most of my roads, also trees as well, and light posts. It was a little laggy whenever I'd open the menu, and this thing would have been on the side, so I kind of got rid of it. So stop doing that. So here, these are going to be a commercial. They're going to be small commercials over here. I'm just not sure what kind of commercial I would want to be placed over here. Most likely, I do have a lot of green commercials. Composite. I do have a lot of green. I could just go regular commercial, which are these. They tend to copy each other a lot, so they look relatively the same. Or I could place them down myself, which, you know, that might be the choice. That might be the choice. I might place them myself. So let me do that. There was one building that I saw, that I got, like a gas station. It's a gas station?
You're gonna be just fine. This is Earl Gibb, and you're listening to Sunny Breeze.
I don't remember where it... Oh, no. It's a... I think it's a monument for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's a monument. What is this? That is... I think this is it. A green building, but it's a green gas station, but a monument, which is strange, but it does fit here quite nicely. I don't know if it sticks through anything, so yeah, it sticks through, so that's the place that over here. Yeah, it is a gas station. Cool. Inno charge. I do like these college buildings. The university buildings. They're almost like little plaza buildings, honestly. Like they belong in a plaza space. I don't really find a good... Well, they do look fine next to a road. They just have to be like by a certain road, you know, like a... I don't know how to explain it. Go by 4x4, because I personally just like the 4x4 buildings. Olive Garden, I feel like that could work in here. Could it? I don't know. I'll place it there. Some of these are a little too strange to be over here, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I know there's a gas station over there, but in America, there's always a competing gas station somewhere. I don't like to put restaurants behind these houses. Like, I'd rather have them over here, but I don't know if I want anything over here. If anything, over here could just be like a waterside park or riverfront park. I don't know if I want anything over here as of now. Let me just place these. I don't think I'm gonna change them anytime soon, so I think it's best if I just place them how I see. There's a 4 space right here. Family Dollar. Okay, I have to be honest. I'm scared of placing this building down. Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. For reasons that I mentioned before with my other city. I placed it anyway, but I'm afraid if I might get the citizen array error. But it's not a residence, so I don't know if that's a problem, but I don't know. That building gives me PTSD. This area, a little blank. So here, I did want to put the Korean. I could just make it place it by itself. It will, however, place a lot of tall buildings, but I don't think I mind that, personally. I'm just gonna place these and see what happens. Hopefully they come out correctly, or at least good. I'll place them on both sides as well. Span all the way down. I'm gonna move this police station to the corner. Or if it's here, I'll put it there. I don't think there's anything wrong with. Well, this is it's a little ugly like that, but I think it'll be fine there. And now I did talk about this last time. I don't know where to put this train. I don't know which direction I want it to go. I want it to go left or right. It would be better to go left because there are people over there compared to this area. However, there is a stadium that allows easy access for the train to enter through. So it's kind of I could make it a loop too as well. Kind of like split into 2 parts. So it divides maybe at this road right here. One goes straight, one turns, one comes across. But it could loop. Say, for instance, I can go over this park and come through here, turn in here, pass over, but I don't want it to pass through like that. It's a nice neighborhood. The next idea was just to have it come through here and kind of turn and then come on land, similar to what this side is doing. It drives on land, so I kind of want to do that for here. Problem is, its destination could just be the college, like maybe up here. Well, that's not a road technically, it's a bypass, so it would have to come closer inside of the area itself. Let's try that. And this will have access to the terminal. If I put the station here, they don't have to walk this far. I mean, I'll walk this distance myself, and rather pay $2.75 for a train to go right there for a few blocks, except for the winter, you know. Train's always good in the winter. So this one will be ground. Most of my ground stations are in the train tab. The commuter line. What is this? I don't remember getting this. Okay. Let's go with the... This one is too thin. Let's go with this one.
They'll play your favorite hits, give out great prizes, and laugh their way through your commute.
Legends are on. Turn it off.
Stable entertainment only on Cities Radio.
This one's fine. It can fit the long trains. Should be able to meet up all the way back here. Now, I did mention before I did want to park.
You're listening to Sunny Breeze with me, Earl Gibb.
There is no space if the train is this close to add a park. The next best thing is to bring the station a little bit outward. The road over here, make a little plateau, and then have the train come across. I might the one way? They're both one ways going down. That's not good. I need one going up at least. It's gonna go down. Okay. But I do need to figure out this train scenario. Like, it could pass over here. It cannot go on top of this road. It's too high. I could turn it right here and come across the station. That might be the best option, to be honest. Let's try that. So I need to bring this back. I could just delete it from here. It'll start right here. It'll not make as sharp of a turn as these over here, so it has a little bit of leeway space. I'll do that. I did get rid of that mod that allows me to see the pillars. However, I believe it should be fine. Hopefully, I won't get too many problems. Like here, this is what I meant. It's nothing here. Sometimes that mod will help me place the pillars, but there's nothing there, which is weird. I went over. No, this might be a bug. Can we do that again? Definitely a bug. Definitely a bug. Why is this always up? Why does that happen? Can't do one, can't do multiple. Is it a bob thing? I don't think so. No, it's not. I can do it for these. Not these. And they stick to the ground. Does this one stick to the ground? It does not. What if I were to upgrade this? This is a weird bug with this, with the mom tracks. Metro Type B. These are for tunnels. Can this work? No, they don't work. Okay. I'm gonna figure something out with this. I might have to reinstall the mod back just to get that to work. Only for just placing this down, probably. Yeah, the quad ones work. I don't know why the single ones don't work. Does this one work? This one works too. Just this one, the default one, does not. It works in single direction though. Why? I'm gonna place single direction down. I'm gonna upgrade it to 2-lane. See what happens. Right about here, about that distance. And just come down to right about here is where the station will be, right around here. And then it'll just turn across. Let's put this here. Maybe even... It does have to go down to the ground from this point already. So... at this point, it'll continue. And maybe it'll come down to the ground. Let me turn this off. This is always a tricky part. Why do I not work? Single. Yeah, this is always the tricky part. How do I want this to be oriented? Maybe I want that. Maybe I want... Why are there cars here? Maybe this will work? Let me see where they go. They go right through it. So can I upgrade this while it's doing this? Doesn't like that. And 4 doesn't work either, so I might have to change this idea of where it's going. I can't make it go above a really steep height if it does that. Oh, that works. I guess I just needed to place track. Wait, no, it's single track. Okay, never mind. Only single works. Why? I don't like using the vanilla. I'd rather use one of these. I'm gonna place this down for now. And I'm just gonna use props to add in pillars. I'm gonna stay like this for now. This is 46. I don't believe that's supposed to be 4 high. It's supposed to be 39 high. 46 is too tall to begin with. But
You're listening to Sunny Breeze.
I'm gonna stop one short.
Gibb.
Right here.
I hope you like this
Go across.
video,
Stop
and
one
it
short.
may feel
Continue across. And just go from there. 46 is too high, so it's gonna descend. I want to place the station down. I gotta place it somewhere else because it comes with its own rows. Can I just take this and move it? Oh, the roads will spawn with it. Can't do that. Drag it manually. Oh, you know what? The idea just came to me. I might not use this. I'm gonna do what some places do. This is a one-way going down. This one's going up. What if I take one of these roads? Oh, I can't take this one. I can bypass between these houses. Because the railroad is only 2 blocks wide. I take one of the mass transit DLCs and place one of these stations down. It will impact one building, make it a little bit smaller. But it would take away the problem I have. It shows a thinner one. Oh, wait, I do have a thinner one. And it's a lot shorter, too. Must be blind. I'm really blind. There it is. This one snaps. I believe the one in the Metro tab does not snap. Good. If I do this, I need to build the road already. It'll snap immediately if I build the road. Which is nice. I take the road and continue straight down. If I do this, will it take the road with it? It does. Oh no, it's still one way. Is that on? Is that what's causing it? No, it's not. I do this. Continue to go straight. Centered? Not centered, but on. I pass between here. I will have to rotate this building a little bit. Or just completely move it into a different area. I come into here. Let me take this into 2. Well, I probably shouldn't do that. This will turn into 2 as well. So let me just keep it 3. I'll upgrade it as I go. Do that. It doesn't like that, so let's do this. Okay. After this, I'm gonna take all of these props and just copy it and put it in place so they don't move. Station will be above this road. About, keep it one way. About right here, right here. That's good. Take away some excess. Or just rebuild it, actually. I'm gonna take these pillars and copy them so they don't disappear when I move them around. Let's put them close by to make it a little bit more realistic. Like structural integrity wise. Same here. Now that middle one will disappear. Now I have to upgrade these into 2-way tracks that don't like being above ground and 2-way for some reason. Problem is I don't think... Oh, they will upgrade. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Some of them will disappear because they were originally naturally there, but that one didn't have it. It took it away. This one away. One, take out snapping, kind of rotate it. I took away this one in the middle. Kind of a bad spot. It's kind of the entrance right there, but I'm not looking too hard. I slope this equally. I will have to, unless it's already. Oh, it's already good. Okay. The houses in the middle will have to go. They will keep spawning if I don't dezone them because of a Rico setting.
Pop soda refreshment. Pop soda.
This. I might move this. Move this to trade. No, that's fine. I put it right there. Not bad there. Maybe even place it this way. Yeah, that's fine. Then just replace this portion with houses. Again, remove these houses from the center. Don't want houses between here. I think this is a 3, so this one will have to disappear. Kind of don't want to. I kind of like this one, but gotta do what I gotta do. Eminent domain. Gotta destroy your house. This road is. This station is doing something funky. The road, or is it the house? Or is it the building itself? They're not spawned correctly. Except it's equal heights. What's the bridge? Is it too low? Okay, there was a problem. It wasn't just me. I knew it should have been this height. And if I do that, I'll have to change the heights of these pillars. One by one manually. They are different heights as it slopes. Well, if they don't see it, fine. Trees are too tall. I've never seen this. This would be fun. That's too small. Never mind. That's fine. It's better. Remove this. Unneeded. And remove this. Oh, wait, it didn't go Korea. Why? Is Korean high density? Wait. It's a green city. Where's that green city? I made a green city, apparently. Oh. I should probably get rid of that. No! Wait. Why did I put a green city? For a reason. This was supposed to be green city. Continue this portion over here past this point. This portion, I need to get rid of green city. Kind of extend this zoning. Oops, extend this zoning a little further down. It's supposed to be the Korean buildings. Gonna change. I always did like a train going through houses, like between houses. It is loud though, to live nearby, but citizens wouldn't mind that much, right? I mean, I do have noise pollution off. They would mind a lot. Not to get this frustrating invisible. I don't know why it's invisible. Keep it the way it is. Maybe one day it'll come back. And forward. Bend. Oh, here's the thing. Once it reaches a point, like over here, it can start descending. Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. That's already too low. But past this point, it'll descend very slowly until it barely touches the roof of that building or road. Or I could just elevate this portion. Yeah, that might be the option. I might have to elevate this. Really long bridge. No there. This will have to be elevated. Not by much. The trains aren't that tall. This will be elevated. Again, not by much. I'll be right there. Just fix the sloping back. One's a different story. Well, that one's fine. Slope like that. Fix this side. I will unlock this. Extend this a little bit further. Maybe let me extend this further. Just get rid of this portion. Here, I want them to turn around, so I'll just pull this back and bring this back a little bit. Lock it back. With that done, I can the train's path up here. I'll have to change the speed limits. $25 should be fine. I do think one more train should spawn. Maybe not. Next station will be down here. Again, I wanted a park to be placed, so I'm gonna stretch this out. And this, I might make this go underground and put a station right in the center of the maybe like right here. I can't put it next to a wall because the walls stick out too deep underground, so I'll have to find an opening, however. If I were to do that, it would have to come squeeze between here just to go find a station in here. The station will most likely be maybe right here or down here. Down here might be a better option, but it's right here between two paths would be a lot easier for the school, for the people. So I do have a metro. I can't read that at all. I don't even know how to pronounce that letter. Either that, or I could use one of the decorated buildings. But I do like these buildings. However, I just don't like... Oh, not that one. I just don't like the black film that it has with it. Like this black area. I wish it didn't have that. I'll put a station right here. It does work out pretty cleanly. I do not think I made it long enough, however. Let me redo that.
You were busy listening to the radio.
Oh, jeez, I can't even grab it.
But, well, it would take me
To the side.
Plus, there's no cure anyway, so just sit back and relax.
Rebuild it. Now, the train could go to the stadium now. That's the last option. Okay, I'll do that. Let's make it a center track, an island track. If I do an island, it will have to be a little bit longer. Well, maybe not. I actually don't know. Let's try like that. 52. I will put one more station right in here. Probably right down here. There's an entrance right here. The stadium, so yeah, that there should be fine. This will be a single station. The last stop. So a little bit inward. I can. That's the normal. I can't get rid of this because the station does this by itself. Well, I guess I lied. I lied. They can't get rid of it. Do this. The building will come up with something to put there. Here, I do not think I have a quay in the way anyway, so I do. I lied. This one right here. To avoid this quay, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna do the most unnecessary turns in this tunnel. I will keep this as the alternate tunnel design. These will be unnecessary turns, but I just don't want us to go through a quay. There is an underground portion, so it's actually a good thing I did this. It gives me more distance to travel underground beneath this portion. Pretty minus 52. Good enough. I don't know if that's deep enough. It's not deep enough. Yeah, so see, I don't want that, so... Wrong one. Go under it. 18 to 3. Nice. Good distance. 3 again. Good distance. Well, good slope. At this auto slope. At this auto slope. Straighten this side out. This will have to be a little bit tricky. So let's go a little bit here. I do want it to pass between these two. I will have to do a little bit of move it, just to maneuver my way around. And I wanted to make a sharp turn to go down here, because this will be the tunnel into outside. Place that there for now. I'm going to kind of give me this around. I don't want this turn. Oops. I don't want this turn to be too sharp. Bring this back. It can bend this way. And it can curve from here. Let me just finish the rest of this. This is a hill. I want it to come outside at the base of the hill. Around there. This. Well, first, let me straighten it. That should be good. And then just slope it. It is going from outside, however, it's on a hill. So it'll be a little bit awkward. Never mind. Wait, it's flat. It's really nice. Hopefully it just squeezes its way through. There is a little bit of... all because these things are sloped a little bit, so... I could just do this. That works. However, it is a little snaky passing through here. Fix that. That should set this to middle. A little bit of sharp turn, actually. But it's a bend. It'll be a little bit smoother. This is fine as a bend. I'm gonna leave that as it is. See if this is all sloped out as well or no. A little bit. That's fine. This will be moved back. Here for now. This. Give it a nice stone pattern. Let me use the Dutch one, actually. The Dutch one. I just like this road. How big do I want this to be? Maybe not even 4x4. Maybe even 3x3. I can. This commercial between here, just not outside. The college commercial could work for this portion, but it's all. The side that it's on will vary. Could have two facing this way and then one facing back or one facing forward. I'm not sure which orientation I would want it to be. Let's have it one facing this way, one facing that way. I'll make them wall to wall. I'll push them closer. One here, one here. Just drag them closer.
Last year, Horse Economy 3 smashed PC sales records.
And then just bring the station back.
By storm. Now the hit Equine Economic Simulator has a new expansion that delves into
We'll have to...
world of real estate.
Maybe we'll have to do something a little finicky here. So maybe go further out, then come back in. This portion can just connect to there. And the park now has more space to ramp up and go around the water if they wanted to.
Can you work your way under the fence and out of your pen and onto your life as a
This can go here and connect to there. I do want the fence, since there's going to be a park here. This will be a little bit strange.
Coffee, fuel of the modern economy. The age-old
Good.
Italian tradition of burning beans and drinking the
Around smoothly. It goes between the two pillars, sort of,
Our environment is perfect for all
without
your
interrupting too much.
There's no better place to be distracted than the Burned Bean Coffee Shop and Cafe. Our coffee technicians are trained to make a variety
Jeez.
of coffees and sugary coffee-themed drinks.
I will have to place these things down. I don't know why they disappeared.
Than anyone could reasonably ignore. So drink up and let the
They are at a good clearance still.
sippy sip
It isn't too high.
Burned Bean Coffee.
Train might not fit under the first one, but it could fit under the second one. I'll do a little test run. See how it goes. I'm gonna try not to go in first person view so much. I might crash. The past few times.
Kick back or sit normally and relax.
I'm gonna make it slope from back here, actually. Hopefully this will fix the problem. By 1 degree, which is fine. I can complain over 1 degree. Maybe. You know, it might fit under here. Yeah, so let's try it. Bring the train over. It's slower on that curve. A lot slower on this curve. Maybe just 25. Passes under, around here. Max 40. I know most trains, like New York City's trains, I believe their maximum speed limit is 55. They're not meant to go over 50. Well, the trains can go over 55, but the speed limit in New York City is 55 for the trains, their maximum. Bring it all the way around. Connects to the college, connects to this neighborhood. Next to this neighborhood. Hide the trees. Like this. Bring this back a little bit. Okay. I'm going to unlock this. I want the maximum clearance. So I'm just going to bring this up all the way up to the end. The train will stop right at the end and not back here. Now let's wait. Triple speed, wait for a train to come by. I'm going to see if it can fit under there. Wherever it is. Should be another one coming now. There's 2 more. Nice. 2 more is coming down. There they are. I'm gonna try not to go in first person view. Again. I really want to, but the speed. That's fine. That's a fine speed. There are a lot of people waiting. Good. That's what I wanted. 52 on here already, so that's good. It stops right at the end, sort of. As it fits. No. Barely. Same for this one. The same thing here. Bring it up just a few. And yeah, it should fit. Bring this back into the correct slope. I actually shouldn't change this one. I shouldn't change this one. Well, no, it's fine. Okay. Bring this back down. And bring this back down. There's a lot of people here already. Okay, good. They have access to the college. They are using it. They have access to the stadium, which they are using. Good. I don't know if this is long enough. Well. Well, now I have to see. Speed. Trying my hardest not to go in first person view right now. On the island tracks, I wanted to see what was long enough. Sometimes they're not long enough, sometimes they are. They kind of vary. Okay, this one is long enough. And for the last one, I'm not sure if this one is long enough. If it isn't, it's not a problem. I could leave it. But okay, good. Okay, this is done. Now for the rest of the portion, for this portion over here of the city. This will be the high-rise of the Green Cities DLC. Since they match the high-rise over here in this example, I want to keep the tall buildings a little bit, not for a lot. So maybe a portion will be really high, but then another portion I'll set it to like level 1 heights, so I won't force it to go over. Maybe that area could be in here, or maybe that area could just be cut in half, like maybe from here. Nothing too outrageous. I don't want the city to be tall in just one spot. Well, just one spot. I want it to be tall, but not really anywhere else. Maybe even across the water, but not now. I'm not sure I want anything around this. This is just kind of a staple building. So, for example, one green city can be right here. This one will connect here. I cannot put anything up there. This road, the one-way, it could make it a two-way, but it connects to this road already as a two-way, so there's no need for a two-way there. I'm going to keep the zoning, so I'm just going to do this. And just make them touch. Zoning stays the same. Don't want to alter their shape. The building will not spawn here because they do not have the correct resources. Resources meaning school. Yeah, they don't have schools. I'm gonna put the school in probably down here area. I will use the tall ones since they will. I don't want them to be overshadowed by the tall buildings. Kind of tall buildings. I'm just gonna place them for now so they can spawn. I will reorganize everything, so yeah, they'll spawn now. Their height is... That's just an example of a level 1 building with this kind of asset. A small building, so let's go with the next one. Level 2 it'll be taller. Maybe not too close to the bridge. Maybe like... I'll leave 1 block space away from the bridge. Because the bridge is their zoning barrier. So I don't want anything too close. Like maybe this one's too close, but I think that's fine. Here, I want the tall buildings. Level 5 buildings are the tall ones, so... Yeah, these are the level 1 buildings, which I want over here. I don't want anything that's taller than this to be over here. However, if I do level 1, most of them will turn out to be this one. It's not a problem. I feel like that. I completely forgot about those buildings too. I could have put that over here. Well, no, I might do that just to kind of resemble this area, or I might make it over here. I might get rid of this Korean style, honestly, because it's a little too white, you know. I mean, I don't mind it, but little like some of these are just. This was just completely green. I could use the green cities over here as well. To make it match like this area over here. So it's steadily increases and then kind of decreases and then it goes back up exponentially and then it comes back down. I want to keep that attitude with the city. So maybe even with this side, kind of just goes down. There's like a big separation with the station. I mean, it could be fine. Is the Korean buildings high density, not regular small? I mean, unless I didn't set it to that. I'll ignore that for now, I guess. Let's get back to here. I do like the aesthetic of having the tall buildings next door with the small little commercial buildings from the green cities. It gives a nice look. I know I said I don't like that, but in this instance, I prefer the look. Like having green cities along the side. Good thing about the green cities is that they don't care about the size of the zoning, they will fill the space somehow. I do like. I need to have some kind of park here as well. Which the park could be back here, to be honest, by the school. I want to keep that idea. The thing with these buildings is that I do not want tall building on all 4 squares. I want some kind of blank space to allow light to enter the street. Maybe like a tall building here. At least on 3 corners. 1 corner will be blank. Two buildings max, in my opinion. But something blank can be here. Something like a small little plaza, pedestrian plaza building. Same thing here. So I could put 1 here. Maybe nothing up here. Something here. And something there. If I put something here, then it would just be nothing but shadow on the street, so I want something to be in this position. And these buildings as well are nice. They fill up the gap. Now I did say beyond this point, I want the small buildings. So to do that, I could even use the small building already upgraded. Okay, I could use that building when it was level 1. So let me do that. I have a style for that, which is Modern Eco. Set it to level 1. The maximum will be level 1. They will not get any higher. The problem with doing that is that these buildings are tall next door. Scratch that idea. I'll keep it at level 1. Maybe even level 2. They're not as tall as level 5. I don't want the small building. Very small building. So I'm going to turn this off. I'll put that in a different area. Maybe over here or further back. So, continuing along with that. These ones will grow to be tall, which is fine. This game's auto-saving, so I'll wait. But nothing too large. This road in the corner, this connects to the highway. So this road will kind of act like a bypass. So it connects to the big road, the main road. However, it will ignore any area over here because this road is a collector for this area. Same thing here. This is a fine connection. As long as it's a few distance apart, I will have to level it. But it's a fine distance connection. From here, I can continue the building. So here, at least there's a form of light passing through this area. Here I can leave a gap in the middle. Like a little elongated, I think this is, yeah, it's 4x10. Okay, I have an asset that can go here, which is fine. This is Eco building? It is not. It's not Eco? Did I forget to put this as Eco? I did. I mean, it's kind of tall. It looks nice, but it's kind of tall. I'll continue this over here. I'll place one right there. 4 block space. Something will be around this building. I'm just not sure what yet. I don't think I have any good plazas that can fit around here. Maybe the zoning is a little off because of this portion right here. Points. I can't do anything about this point. I'm gonna leave it like that, but put this here. Not sure what'll go here though. Could be parking. Could be parking. Parking with some decoration. So let's do that. I do have a 4x4 parking. Over there are uneven. I will have a 2-block gap right there and a 1 block right there. Let's go 2x1. I don't think I have a good asset that'll fit here. Let's try. I'll always use this. Kind of a perfect 2x4. This portion, I'll just do this. I'll get a little path. Kind of zone it right there. Now this building does not have any concrete on the ground. I could just draw it in.
Fault Tech cameras. If you want the best, you have got to go big. That's why our cameras are the biggest on the market.
Yeah.
Our shutters the loudest.
Something simple.
Our lenses the
Little
longest.
space right there.
Cameras aren't paperweights.
Yeah, something simple. Not too much, not too little.
To create. In fact, the most valuable camera is the one that you're afraid to take outside. Fault Tech. Only the best.
That there?
It's Super Santa
Why
Days at
not?
Fish Brothers. For a limited time, bring in any fish and get a chilled salmon entree free. You heard right.
Put more houses, because there will be more people that want to come by.
Chilled salmon entree, and I mean any fish. Got a swordfish lying around? Bring it in. Got a goldfish you're sick of feeding? Bring it in. Got a fish that's been sitting in the sun
By
for a
four.
few days?
Space in the middle.
Bring it in.
Let's do this.
With the rest of 'em. What we do with the fish is nobody's
Let's
business but ours. Just enjoy
do
yourself
this.
for $8.99 with our famous
Well, let me make these buildings spawn first before I place anything next to it.
seafood-themed restaurant where everything's a great catch.
Place this here. Place this here. The building right in the middle. The building right in the middle. These schools, like I said before, I'm gonna make this into a park. Let me level this first.
Earl Gibb here, hoping you're having a lovely day. We're almost halfway through another relaxing hour. That's right. No stress allowed for the next 37. Oh, sorry, make that 30
That is tall.
minutes. Time to put those nagging worries aside. You know, there's something that's been on my mind.
And this is a little high, but that's fine.
But it's nothing important. Just got to let it go. There's no point. Fretting
Is it fine?
super
Oh.
lines. I know.
I changed my mind just now.
Think about it, and neither should you. But just in case that is what's been nagging away at
Okay.
your brain, let me just say, to put your mind at
As long as they use this road, it's fine. Yeah, they use this road to bypass most of the area
totally separate.
and come back up here to deliver their stuff.
The man who
However, do not want 2 lanes to turn.
I made sure. Of course, it's still just.
This is a fine orientation. This road could bridge across, but I already have this road.
Get out of the
Maybe
way.
not. It would just end right here.
Technicians do their jobs. Matter of
After I do this, I was going to work on the train lines afterwards to branch out. This is already one start of it.
always go the
One would branch out and go this way. The ones will go this way. This one I have to fix. This one is the original line that will go to the inner city. This area. The schools I'd like to build as a park. I'm gonna place the gates down. Just random places. Random spots. 3 is good enough. We'll be placing the inside. I don't want it on this road. And let's put one back here. Maybe even the parking extend over here as well. I don't know if it does that. can remove the trees for now. Schools will typically have some kind of game field. Usually a football field or baseball. Usually a baseball field. This one fits quite well. Soccer fields. This one can go be placed on the park, so I'm going to place this here for now. I think that should be fine for now. I do have other fields like the basketball and the tennis. I'll place those inside the park once it's completed. Let's go with a nice dirt path. Problem being is that I don't know if I could place these orientations for dirt. We'll see. It's fine there. That's fine there. Right there. Just place this one along here. Now, face this building this way. These two maybe back to back. However, I usually don't like to place the buildings too close to each other, but they kind of look like a campus, like a joint building if I do this. I don't mind. This road, maybe you can pass under. I don't know if... Okay, they can. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make this road pass underneath. We can pass and go straight through. Maybe connect with the highway even. Yeah. Connect with the highway. Even this road will connect to the highway. I'm gonna use a specific bridge. One that is not too deep in the width of the flange. The wide flange beam. Maybe even something like... with this one. Bring it back. Bring this one forward. Rotate this one. See how it fits. Yeah, like that. This park is rather empty, I'm being honest. It is a school after all, so I can... the playground. Why not a little trampoline park? Trees are leaving a little too much sand, so let me do these trees. And these ones are fine. I'm putting trees down along the railroad, so it kind of dampens noise. Trees do act like a sound barrier, in real life and in game. Hello, Snackosaurus. That's a nice name. How have you been? You've recently, I see you recently found the stream. This is what I've been working on for the past 9 days. Just building the city. Well, for the most part, this area kind of done. I do want to extend this park along the outside. Continue with the walls. I'm good. It's hot outside. I've been sitting inside. the first stream where I used a face cam. Let me know if the lighting is good, because when light comes in from this side, so my face does come in a little dark. I'm from Brooklyn, New York City. I currently don't live there, but that's where most of my city inspiration will come from.
You're de-stressing with your good pal.
Well, most of my grid will come from New York City.
Hope you're having a lovely day out there today.
Specifically Brooklyn.
Keep it tuned right here.
Oh, didn't want anything there. Yeah, I guess you could say the rest of my family is from Grenada, which is an island in the Caribbean. So that's where I'm, heritage-wise, I guess that's where I'm from. Hopefully these buildings are small, like this one. Why is it going to level 3? The maximum is 2. Unless it'll stay like this at level 2. They're going to level 3. I'm gonna see what happens. That is way too far. South Africa. Is it nice down there? I always hear like mixed things from down there, from South Africa. Like, not temperature wise, but like people wise. I know depending on the area you're from, you will meet different people with different ideas or ideals. In this case, I might revert it. Once these buildings are completed, I'm gonna revert it to level 1. I don't want any more tall buildings to spawn past this point. Let me unzone this. Yeah, that's how some places are. Some places are in Brooklyn. There are some counties where I wouldn't say, well, some counties where you'd be skeptical to go walk around. Like back in the day, I lived in a county called Brownsville, Brooklyn. That was deemed as one of the most dangerous counties in Brooklyn at the time. I don't know anything about it now. A lot of violence down there, but yeah, as long as you're in the good parts, well, you could still worry, I guess, but nothing to hide from every day. I could turn the commercial down from this side. However, I might want to keep this. I think maybe. Let's try it. I'm gonna attempt it. Up to there. I might just go up to here, just to avoid this road being zoned. Fill it back up to 4 here. I don't want anything past this point because there's no other road connecting to this anywhere. I could connect it. I should connect it. That should be fun. That's a fine connection. Okay, so let me do this then. More is fine. This is under the same zoning. This is not. This is. What are you turning into? Oh, just 9 days. Past 9 days. I tend to build pretty fast. I'm being honest. I start in one area. The first day is actually just cleaning up the map. I want to use my own roads. I tend to make my own exits. The second day was the creation of the first town. And I believe this was the 3rd day. 4th day, I kind of just... I think I went straight to the downtown area. I made the grid for this area. 5th day was starting to place houses in. And 6th day... 6th day. I don't think I did... I worked back. I went back here. I built this place over here. 7th day was the... 7th day was the airport. I'm all over the place. 8th day. No, 7th day was the airport and this place right here. 8th day was yesterday. Yesterday I did the university, this area, and the stadium. And today's the 9th day, which is this area right here. And I'm going to branch out the tracks to build where I want to in the future. That's usually why I typically build a large terminal, because I know what I want to place, where I want the tracks to go. And there typically is usually a lot of trains in the area. Like here, I think they're stuck. Definitely stuck. When this happens, I let the game do its thing. I do have despawning turned off, but with despawning turned off, I will always have passenger trains can despawn because they tend to get stuck without me knowing. That's the only thing that's enabled. Passenger trains and cargo trains, because I can't control those. They're out of my reach, especially when they're like on the outside of the map. I don't know when they clog up, so they kind of just despawn themselves, which is nice. Cargo trains are just awful to work with. I might put another stadium, maybe back here, in the empty area. This area is a nice area for like a wooden stadium, so I might use this one. And it does have a long nose, which can work. However, this road is here still. Maybe this road can turn into this one. Then I want to make another exit ramp right here. Since I only have this one. This one was the first one I built. Second one I built. This was the first one, I guess. Building this will allow me to enter the city. However, this area, this exit itself is kind of circumstantial. You can't really enter the city through this ramp. I did make some connections right here, which is starting to back up because most people want to turn right, probably leaving the city and exiting onto the ramp. These two were kind of an afterthought. This one and this one. A lot of people want to use these because these were built first. Because most people would enter the city through this area. It would leave a high volume of traffic on the outside road rather than the inside. However, now there's traffic on the inside, which I don't mind traffic, to be honest. I like seeing the roads busy. However, I don't like traffic when it's on one lane like this. This is a problem for me. But yeah, I do build fast. And I normally would go into first person view. I've crashed twice doing it. The first time, I've lost an hour of work, which I fixed back offline, which wasn't really a lot. I was talking a lot for that 1 hour. The second time, it crashed yesterday. Luckily, it auto-saved right up. However, the traffic lights are smart enough to know that these are different directions, so they're different traffic lights. I believe that they can... I know this button is called... I don't know what this button's called, but I know what it does. I call it a tailgate button. But I'm pretty sure it just means no blocking. Like cars don't block the intersection. I just call it tailgate. But yeah, I do want the stadium to go here. The trees will be... I forgot about the trees. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna place a parking lot. So I'm gonna bring this, say, this road will be brought back. Not too far because I don't want it to touch this water. Maybe I could just rotate it sideways. The trees don't block the track. But at the same time, it kind of fits in the area nicely. There will be a road coming to the side. But I want to make a highway ramp and exit right here for this area. But I want them all to come over here and kind of just turn. So let me do that. Let me do that right now. I do want this road to kind of turn into this one. Without having, maybe just right off of here. Pass underneath. So, let's try that.
I'm famous chef Tony Magoni, owner of Tony Magoni's Steakhouse.
Very specific on where I place things.
Award-winning meat from, it's from
Which you'll notice eventually.
meaty bits. No matter what you need, be it a smoked pig, a
That's
gold-glass sunset, or
Too wide of a gap. I need some kind of structure.
Meaty bits will get it to you fast with a smile and
Maybe one more.
without judgment. So, if it's good enough for Tony Magoni's Steakhouse, why not?
And one more for structure as well. I do like having things close by.
Tony sent you. Meaty bits. If it ever
That's my goal with this. However, it turns a little bit too sharp. So I'm going to bring this back by one.
I like 'em all. That's
I'm going to just use the network multi-tool from at this point, so I'm still going to build from here.
just sit inside where it's nice and peaceful.
Connected from right. I don't want it to touch this path.
I hope you're having a nice day too.
From right here,
Touch that dial.
come down, merges. And the tool. Make it slope a lot better, and it goes right in between it, which is kind of perfect. You do have a path to the place right here too, which is good. However, there is one thing I'm forgetting, which is the next metro. This metro combines two trains, M1 and M2. I haven't named M2 yet, which I tend to name it to where it's going. However, it's kind of going in a circle. The pattern looks like it's going right now. I'm going to name it after this district, which is Fairview, and it goes to Fairview College. I'm just going to name it Fairview. Fairview. There's two lines on here. It could be two lines altogether. They kind of come across. Maybe just stay on this road, to be honest. Go across. All the way up to the stadium, maybe even. However, it will have to end a little lightly. Probably ends right here. I don't want anything to pass this, because this train is really high. And I don't have a station that tall. And the exit ramp will be right here, so I'm going to end it kind of close right here. This will be the last stop. And now using a bunch of elevated stations. For our last stop, I'll use the island station. You typically use islands, not only to save money, because you don't want, in real life anyway, you use islands to save money because you don't want dual platforms, which will cost a lot more money, but also it gives a lot more activity to transfer between two trains. And since there are two trains on that line, I'm going to use that one. It will be a little wide. That's the thing about dual island station, or just one island station. We'll cut through some buildings. This one right here kind of tips it a little. That, you don't belong here. I'm gonna bring this back. Let me snap it. And as long as this touches the sidewalk, it's fine. I can just drag it back a little bit. Have snapping on. Go along this road. I did want to put a station here, but that'd be too close. So at most, I'll put one. Here's one. Put one here. This might be the last one, to be honest. So one here, one here. Also good to here, since the park will wrap around. I do like this picture. This probably is my favorite spot.
This is Earl Gibb. and
Looking from a
you're listening
distance,
to
like a gap in the city.
Living is
That's why I call it
easy.
Canal.
This
North Canal and South Canal.
dedicated to all the people out there who are feeling a little wound
We'll do the
up
same thing
with
here. This one won't be a dual island station, just
We've
a
all been there. So
two
keep
separate
those
stations.
shoes, place them neatly on the rack out of the way, and enjoy
for
the
platforms. Bring it over. Did not place it. What happened there? Ooh. Oh well. Easier to delete. Why by me? Problem with this one, that is curved. Be a little bit awkward. What happened to this road? This road is... Well, that one's all messed up. Okay, let me just replace it. I'm just gonna place it here. I want to race. I keep those rocks. I try to keep rocks. Most times I end up deleting some. Not on purpose. Accident. Here. List of nodes only. It's the rocks are in my way. Again, the building is in my way, but I'm not gonna let that bother me this time. So everything's a little offset. I'm going to bring this a little bit further. Just the ground height. This will be a little bit further, and this will be a little bit further. They can walk there, but I'm going to put a path diagonally just for them to get there. Station is so curved. The train will have to go a little bit outwards to come back in. This is a fine height. It's already tall enough, so don't have to worry about that. And now I can connect. The problem being, I did mention this earlier. Overroad friendly, for some reason, does not work. It works any other time, but it's just not working now. I did get rid of one mod that I've been using, which was network skins, which allowed it to work. However, I cannot make it work now. It will force itself to snap on the ground. If I change it to one way, it works for some reason. I don't know why. So I change it to one way and then I'll upgrade the road and then it'll fix itself. Set this to that size and then just go across. Will curve right there. So let me go up to one certain point. Up to this point. The pillar at least touches the sidewalk. Go across. It will be in the road. I will fix that though, because these pillars will not stay once I upgrade it back to a two-way. So at least that's a good thing, I guess. That's a good side. Same for this side. This side can keep going. As long as it's over the road, it's fine. Let me straighten this out. This one will be a little bit awkward. But it's fine for the most part, actually. But here, I'm going to take the props and just copy them repeatedly. Because these props will race themselves once I upgrade it. Grab it, that'd be nice. Snapping on, just copy and paste. They don't like being copied, so I just gotta place it manually. Fine. I'm gonna replace the ones that are over it, because that one will disappear. This one right before goes over a long span. This will be fine there. gonna sound insulting if I just say your name. Hello, stupido. Your name's like that on purpose. It must be. How's your day going? My day is going just ordinary, not even swell, just ordinary. The same for this side as well. However, these ones will be a little bit awkward, so I'll tell you what I'll do with these. I'm gonna make those the long ones. This one is a little bit shorter since it's going over water now. I gotta set this really high. Right about there. I'm gonna try to place these on a pillar. I'm gonna ignore those ones that are already there. As long as they're on a pillar, it's fine. On a pillar? No. I don't know which was the original. Oh no. I'll bring both just in case. Inspiration for the city? It's just my imagination for the most part. I will take some little tidbits from some cities. I'll show you just now once I finish placing these. Because most of the reason I started playing City Skylines was, well, first I bought this game a long time ago. I just never played it for some reason. I like to draw cities. That's what I used to do in my free time. But inspiration, so like here's a portion right here. This is an inspiration from Boston. From the park under the highway. I was replaced by Interstate 93 in the city center. Other portions, I like to take the grid from, oh, it's a basic grid. But my grids are mostly from Manhattan or Brooklyn. Oh, and Streamlabs for some reason just doesn't like stuff for some reason. Hey, Cuboid. And there are other portions, like, I don't know if there's an inspiration from other places. I just like having places that are like elevated, from like different levels, like staircases. I guess you could take this from like a Greek, I believe, standpoint. Usually the higher places would mean like higher power, depending on how many stairs there are. That's why these temples are so high up, because they're higher than the ground. I will use assets from other cities. Like this is the Toronto Union Station. A lot of modern buildings if I have to, but not really much inspiration from each city. It just mostly comes from my head, really. Let me see if I could fix Streamlabs from doing that again. I don't know why it likes to do that. Well, I'll fix it. I'll probably fix it afterwards, but... $600 is a lot of seconds. So as I mentioned before, I cannot place this over road friendly, so I have to upgrade this just to make it friendly. Oh, I didn't stuff here. So here is good. It's gone. So there are larger pillars that work. I was going to take these larger ones. Tall. That one, but this one. Take these longer ones and just copy them. They span a longer distance. It's not necessary for this one, but I just like the look of it, you know? A lot of, say for example, New York City will have abandoned trains because they use a lot. They used to have a lot of trains back in the day, a lot of trolleys as well. Those abandoned trains, sometimes you'll see elongated pillars like this in random places, meaning that there was some sort of connection or train connection at that point. It was just removed. I do just like having longer ones. Other times it's for structure. When they don't want to go inside the road, they'll span it farther.
We have the perfect noodles for you. From birthday noodles to wedding noodles, all the way to those most final of noodles.
Same thing here.
Every occasion has a noodle at yakisoba, so experience.
This is the last stop.
Yakisoba
This is long enough.
literally means fried noodles.
This one is not, I don't think. I'm gonna see how they end.
About three things: tree things, nature things, and the third thing, bird things. The homes of these birds are being destroyed at an
Something
alarming
real quick.
That's why our goal is to give a birdhouse to every bird on Earth. Humans stopped living in trees ages ago. It's time we invited birds indoors with the rest of us.
Okay.
Do your part and text Dirty Birdie to 3030 to donate a bird bath
The
for
wrong network?
birdies.
No?
You can either be part of the problem or you can be with us.
Let me pause it so they don't do anything strange. I'm gonna keep these both on the same line.
You know, I'm a pretty easy going guy, but you want to know what really
I shouldn't have done that yet. This first.
everybody is happy that it's close to the mark. I want it on the mark, not close to the mark. I know it'll work. I know it'll be fine, but it won't be right. But it's okay. It's not really a big deal.
I know I could turn them off, but like a little game I like to play. Okay.
Let's remember what's important.
That being the case, how many will spawn? One more, I believe, should spawn. I don't think it'll be two. Oh, Indy, what's up? It's been a while since you've seen the progression of this city. You come back and it's completely different from before. This asset was the 4x10. I only have one of these, but they fit really well. This one. A nice lush green space. However, the railing on the side is kind of strange, but to counteract that, there could be a building between here. Personally, like this one might be one of my favorite DLCs. The Green Cities. I just like the buildings in the, like they went from the cartoonish look from the vanilla. And they took a little bit more of an architectural approach with this DLC. Same here. I want a park. It is too big. This one is fine. I always place it wrong though. Every time. At a different map. Maybe, was it the last time you were here? Was it a different map? I think it might have been. This area, right, the exit. And they're actually, they always do this. Every time I place this down, there's a game immediately. Every time. If I'm being honest, this one might be, but depending on how long it takes for City Skylines 2 to come out, this one might be my last map that has everything. Because I do have other maps that aren't complete, which I could go back to. Just have to give like a whole tour on what it was. I might make this an underpass, actually. No, can't. The bridge is right here for the train. This will be an overpass. The exit will be something that has no entrance from this side. It is too close to the train, and I don't want a bridge over water. So most likely, it'll be type of a U-turn kind of ramp with another exit, maybe from this route. So here's the idea. Have this road continue down. The exit will be based off of this road. So from here to here and from here to here. This side will just have the basic kind of a U-turn exit with a ramp. Is this? Oh my goodness. Wrong one. I think you see what I'm saying. So, to start, playing mathematics, I'm a firm distance apart from here to here. From this side, the interior, exterior. Originally, I did think about making this city, well, this highway 3 lanes, but 2 lanes is enough to suffice. This is too big. What did I do here? Press 4 instead of 3. Because in most cases when you build a city, I mention this a lot, most cases you don't need a lot of lanes when building a city. As long as your demand is steady, and you don't need a lot of lanes. I did here too. What am I doing? I mean, a lot of cities do have their highways as 2 lanes once you enter the city, because it's a space requirement. Usually the highway was an afterthought. Well, the highway wasn't there. It wasn't originally there. I believe after the Highway Act of 1950, 60, 40, I don't know what year. But the Highway Act was just an act to have highways placed all around America. Because of World War. It was a World War reason. It wasn't for any kind of travel use, it was for World War. World War II? World War I? I can't remember. I think it was when FDR was president. I don't know when he was president. I'm bad at American history. It was for that reason. Highways were created to allow the army to travel from far distances. They weren't made for people to drive on. Well, they were, but they weren't made for your thoughts in mind. Just made for the military. That's why they're highway shields. I guess that's a way to describe it. This is too close. These are too far. I don't like that. I want something closer. 9 to 9. Oh, let's go 8 to 8. 8 to 7. I'll have to keep changing my mind. 8 to 7. Something in between. Around here. Connect with this portion. And then from this side. Possibly connect from here to here. Have this portion as the 2-lane itself. I'm using these roads, I'm aware. I usually don't use these ones, I leave it as a highway, but let me change it to a highway, now that I said that. They don't like this. It's too close. They're slowing down. That's the reason you don't have your nodes too close. It'll cause traffic and slow down everything. Whenever your nodes are red. This to always... And the closest node. Either delete this node or always set it to the parent road.
Unless this is a recording.
Same here. Always, that's a tree. That's not a tree. Set this to the parent road. And then slope it from this point onward. Don't slope it from the original host. Yeah, I gotta change the settings when I go back to stream, when I go offline, but I thought I set it to... Shouldn't be banning. I thought maybe I didn't press save. I don't know. I think I even changed the timeout to, even if I did, I put it to 90 seconds, not 600. Yeah, this is the kind of exit that I mean. Something simple. Yeah, 3 symbols? Yeah, I set it to 15 and max 20. Oh yeah, I didn't press save. Yeah, this should be good. Something... We set this to inverted. So inverted. It's over. And that's good. That's not good. I lied. Every time I do this. Now it's all good. Make this correct. I only want them to exit from one lane. Same here. The speed limit is too high. If you didn't just see that, they tend to drive really fast and then go along the grass when their speed limit is too high. Or reckless drivers. See if they do it here too. Yeah, like that. Either that or their pathing is just weird. So let me just make this over a little bit. They're still doing it. They'll settle themselves out. That. Again, I'll always say this, I hate the vanilla bridges. I'll do anything I can to find non-vanilla bridge. I'm using these ones by Revo. I know New York City uses these a lot. The concrete, steel, embedded bridge. New Jersey uses it a lot too as well. Base. And this portion is fine. As long as people are using the train, that's fine with me. They seem to like the one on the right more. It happens sometimes. You're going home. Which one is the one on the right? Blue. I don't believe they're all using blue. Maybe they are. We put some houses along this road. $166, 396. None of them are using red, which is strange. Red. 312. 0. $365. I won't let it bother me. I do want to extend this park, so some of these rocks will have to go bye-bye. Want to extend the quay, maybe up to here. Quay will go up to here, wrap around. I wanted to keep it as close as natural as possible. There are times where I have to change it. Maybe like here, we'll fill in this gap a little bit. Just to add more park space. I'm going to take this same quay. I'm going to use freeform, more squiggly, which allows me to have more curve, well, more unnatural curve. A curve that I don't want to make, like this. Around, so then let's make it end under the bridge. I don't want to see it. This quay will be the same height as the other end. This end. Should wrap around nicely. To fill it in with the same heights. These. Maybe not here. I'll keep this. There are times when I think about raising the quay's level to match the road. Here wouldn't be a bad example. However, I do want it to keep same height throughout. I don't want to alter too many things. Rocks. They would just be brought into the water. If I don't like them, I'll delete them. Rocks will just irritate me. Some can stay on land. Over here. Like this one can stay up here. Oh, I did want to bring up the recent like patch notes and all the stuff that they're including for the DLC, the free stuff. The DLC is nice. I am going to get the hotel DLC. I'm not sure which packs I want to get. I do like... Here's the thing with the Brooklyn and Queens. I like the buildings, but... It's just but. I don't know what else about it. It's... I like the buildings, but nothing caught my eye too much. In my opinion, it looks like Brooklyn and Queens. Specifically, it looks like Uptown Manhattan. Like those buildings up there. Uptown Manhattan. I don't visit Queens often. Queens has a lot of different style buildings in it. Brooklyn, they just look like your regular apartment buildings. So imagine this building, but not modern. Let me see if I have an example. Maybe like one of these. Yeah, like this. This is a perfect example of a Brooklyn building. Same thing here. This one you could probably find. I'll give you an exact location where you can find this building. If you go on Google Maps, you will go to Nostrand Avenue between Glenwood Road and Farragut Road. I hate saying that name, it sounds weird, but it's pronounced Farragut. and Glenwood, you will find a building that looks exactly like this. No joke. And most buildings look like that. Same thing here. You'll see a lot of these buildings in, well, used to. I believe a lot of them were taken down in downtown Brooklyn, downtown Manhattan, replaced with the more high-rise glass buildings. Same here. You'll probably find this building on, not Broadway, on 4th Avenue, downtown Manhattan, by the theater district. You would find buildings that look like this.
Say cheese.
This you can find in downtown Brooklyn.
This week, in addition to our regular
Same with these.
unique signature sides like our
You'll find these in downtown Brooklyn, especially these you will find in downtown Brooklyn.
Our New Orleans-inspired pork sandwich, the Pig Cheesy, and our signature flagship, the spicy blue cheese top jalapeno cheese blucher. So hurry in and get them while they last. After all, why take
After I did this,
you can take a
I still need to build a road to this actually. There's nothing here. This road does slope quite a bit. What I could do is take a road right from this portion
The other day,
and bring it down
my favorite breakfast
from a parking lot
and
down this
she
stretch.
loud and frantic voice.
Also, this train can be risen a little bit.
Ah, she was so lovely. I mean that most.
Can be risen.
But I only caught a quick glance and looked.
As between these two,
No need to upset her any further. Well, she was having one of those days. We all
and just
have
kind of
them,
slope
right?
it from those two sides
She was, and yelling at her friend on the phone about somebody named
right up to
Poindexter.
here.
Anyway, my lovely, if you're within the reach of my voice, trust
I'm
me,
gonna take one
everything is gonna
small
work.
road
Your
and just place it along here. These trees are not removable, I believe. Unless these are my trees. What about here? I'm not gonna be approximate with the lines or anything. There's a pillar under here, which I cannot remove. But it's pretty important. The road does come off there. Let's go about it like this, actually, from this side. Let me remove the fake trees that aren't part of this thing, so I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna scale this to the same heights as this road. Remove this hill. This is kind of confusing me. Well, I said I wasn't going to mess with the landscape too much, but... doing that, this pillar will be in my way. This isn't uniform at all. Go down a little further. There we go, okay. This is in my way. I'm going to have to... hopefully a train's not passing by right now. This will go here. A bit closer, right there. Remove this. That. I could now have a curve into a parking lot right here. Again, I'm going to try to keep it realistic with the parking lot. I will change the airport's parking lot, which I'll go to just now, just to show you what it looks like. I might change the way the airport looks, being completely honest. The airport was kind of a rush job. Grid lines. Bed lines. I don't want this too close. One will be shorter than the other. This will probably be the jankiest looking parking lot, but get that forward. At this point, it'll go like this. This isn't in the way anymore. The real road. Let's use a brick one. At this point, kind of up and around, but keep going straight, kind of curve down. Hopefully this doesn't connect with the bridge, hopefully. Okay. And kind of run back into there. A little janky. But gets the job done. This can go away. Thank you for the follow. Oh my gosh, I really can't read. More alt. I cannot read. English was my worst subject. I'm just saying that. Math was my best. English was the worst. What else? Chemistry was good. I like chemistry. Science was always a good class. This points. Put a railing. So they feel safe and not drive straight into that. And I'll put a railing on this side so the hillside doesn't seem a little threatening. Yeah, this is my work. It works though. What kind of U-turn was that? Oh, you're going to there. Okay, parking lot. Let me make sure this is level with this one first. I want them to be off-center. Parking lot. This category. 8x2, just for the space. Came down here. Well, let me finish this portion. 4x2. 3x2 cannot fit, so this one, I'm going to assume that last one fits. It looks like it does. Move out. Move my mouse around. This one. Good enough. Oh, hello there again. Yeah, I try to go live. Well, the one day I know I cannot go live is Friday. I will go live any other day. I know for a fact Monday I will not go live. I have to go to New York for something. It involves college and my degree, that kind of process. So I have to go to the school and plane. Monday I will not be live, but every other day well, not every other, but every day besides Friday I should be live. There are times where I'll take a break. Like I'll take away a Wednesday or a Tuesday. But that's about it. Oh no, I'm not partying Friday. I'm doing literally the exact opposite of partying. Well, the airport? The airport's living. I can actually go there now since I was showing. So here, yeah. Parking lot. I'm going to make this more realistic parking lot. This is happening because the police are too far away. There's nothing near it yet. I try to make them use the parking lot as much as possible. So I try to force them. In this case, a lot of people I notice like to walk to the upper level. Or I make paths to the upper level so they can enter through there. And same thing, they like to exit through the upper level and lower level. So when they can, they have a higher chance of using the parking lot. I don't know why they're parking here. It's not connected to anything. I was going to put a train line to connect these together, but I'm gonna do that later. It's not now. I never connected this. I completely forgot. Let me do that.
Listening to Sunny Breeze.
I completely forgot about this portion.
Calm throughout the day.
Yeah, they can't go down. They keep going in circles until they go to the lower side. Let me fix that. This is using a concrete bridge. This needs to go down here, but here's the thing. I've been to a lot of airports where bridges are not slope friendly. I'm going to keep that thought in mind when doing this. I'm mainly speaking JFK. JFK is not slope friendly. It's mostly meant for cars to enter the highway, not trucks. Cars can go at a steeper slope than trucks. Snapping is annoying. This is still high. I want us to meet right around here. Maybe I even could put a node back here just to bring this a little bit farther back. However, I could give it its own separate tunnel, make it connect on this side. That might be the other option. I might do that. That's the other option I will do. This will be brought back a little bit further. $39 from here. Still set to bridge mode. Oops. This point's connected from there. Get an early entrance from a farther distance. From here, this can be changed a little bit. This can be altered as well. Okay. Make these slope friendly. This one is lower, a lot lower, so these two. Bring them up to this height. Same thing with this side. This one will go exponentially higher in the other form, and same thing with this side. This to this. They are not naturally sloped. They're set to flat. Press it so they can naturally slope. Here, they'll be set to ground for just one node. It elevates. Rotate this. This. This needs to set to custom. Let that bend. That's it. Underside, come up around. Here and here. Here and here. A lot of people are using this airport, surprisingly. Oh yeah, the tunnel entrance will be over here. Node. That is close. I have to drag that back. And drag this back. Bring this a little bit further. Erase this all first. Put this back to 2. Erase that. Change this. Now back. This will have to change direction. Also, bring this back as well. Fix yourself, please. You're not going to. You just fix yourself. There you go. This will have to be dragged a little bit further. I don't want it too close to that side. That way it makes a fair trade when merging into here. Again, I want this to be the same height. Underground and do the same here. That curves inward. The exits can be the same height as these. No problem with that. And now it should be. Now it should be 2. Why is that 2? We shouldn't. Yeah, I probably shouldn't move it one more. Oh no, it's fine. Get rid of this one.
Dinosaurus. The only restaurant with the servers are dinosaurs. Our animatronics
That's
are so
fine.
real,
However,
you'll think a
this
T-Rex
side can be dragged
a pterodactyl
forward.
is so
I want to try to make it flat.
that a brontosaurus
This is fine, I
like
guess.
gooey dogs. Every
That's right, I should add a toll.
archaeological find, like a
Nothing's wrong with free money. I could put the toll right here, actually.
or the pile of
I tend to do this a lot, where
adventures.
they pick their toll wherever they merge onto the highway. So,
Take a trip into the wild at Dinosaurus. You can
which way's
dine
right
in
side?
or dine out.
This side's right, okay. Here, typically I would have 4 lanes, so this is 4 lanes. This can be 3 lanes because it is 3 lanes when it exits. I can make it 3 lanes.
Times of the day when we get to read another letter from
Same
Earth.
here. This side
Dear Earth,
can be 3 lanes as well. I just don't know about the space, size capacity it has.
relax and just enjoy life. Well, that's very
I'll make this straight as well.
I
I'll
wouldn't
just
say I'm picky.
change the orientation.
I appreciate it when things are done right.
Ignore this. This is gonna be fixed in the future when I get up here.
Like someone actually tried. Well, that's not too much to ask for, is it? In fact, if you really want to enjoy life, you've got to be paying attention.
2 lanes to 4 lanes to divided lanes, which should be fine. I'm actually gonna make this concrete because something about the airport screams a concrete road. I don't know what it is. Sounds fancy. That's not right. This one's right. Okay. Here, this is 4 lanes turning into 2. I don't mind that for a toll booth, to be honest. For a toll booth, usually there's a lot of merges that take place. Let me try 3 lanes. 3 lanes might make the tunnel a little bit too big. And they might stick up between each other. However, I can just slightly move it, which shouldn't be a problem. It should be fine. This did have 3 lanes. I'm gonna convert this to 2. No, this will be converted to 2. This will always be 2. That should be fine. But the most people that will use this road, let me turn collision back on, that'll use this road are mostly taxis and buses. I don't think cars will take this road too much. Because for some reason, I cannot turn off cars on this lane, which I don't know why. I just can't turn them off. They will not go on the outside. Same thing down here. This is just the airport road. But they're fine down here on the bus lane. I don't mind that, to be honest. Same here. 2 lanes, 3 lanes. And dividing. Over here, there is a problem with network anarchy. Only reason I use network anarchy is just for visual things. Other than that, I wouldn't use it, but here, this road is an adaptive, not network anarchy, I mean adaptive network. Adaptive networks tend to bug the game when it comes to drawing road, or drawing your marking tools. These will disappear the next time I load the game because this is a adaptive network road. It's auto-saving again. Made it auto-save more because I want to prevent what happened last time when it took like almost an hour to auto-save and the game crashed. So I set it to auto-save every 25 minutes rather than 40, but sometimes the autosave doesn't happen every 40. It took a good hour to 2 hours to autosave. This one seems like it's doing it more frequently. But these lines will disappear the next time I load the game. I'll draw them anyway. They will come back if I just like node controller and click in this node, they'll appear again. But they disappear with adaptive networks for some reason. Try to draw these as exactly as I see. Pretty long. Pretty spaced out. That's fine, then I just copy them. I'm too lazy. Draw them back. I'll copy this whole network, honestly. Rotate it here, rotate. Mirror it again, rotate. That's fine. Oh no, I didn't draw. Forgot to make this 2 lanes. And now it should work.
Matter of fact, this next one goes out to the whole crew, making sure all the lines always go the right way. Thanks, guys.
Chevron. The reason I face chevrons in this direction, I wanted to give the appeal that the road is splitting, so kind of just eating away at it as you're going forward, so it just looks like it's diverging. That's why it's faced pointing this way rather than inverted. Too much. Either is fine. It's erased. Be erased. Revert these. This should be 3. 3 into 4 into 2. It was fine. In this case, oops. I want to bring this out further, get more space to pick their lanes. Make this a little bit more uniform. A little too sharp, honestly. Fine for there. Too sharp. Sharp. That's fine. Yeah, residence. Yeah, that's what I'm working on now. I'll leave this as cash tolling. I'm curious to see how much traffic will accumulate before I set it to easy pass. Residents will come as I continue to expand the area. The goal from now is to build the rest of the train lines. Where the train lines will run is where my towns will be. That's the goal for now. Starting with this one, actually. I will keep contours on. Why is there a train here? A train should not be here. Oh, wait, something's wrong. If they're spawning here, something's wrong. They shouldn't be spawning. Train must have been stuck here, probably, so this one despawned. Here, I want to continue to use these mainline trains. And just make my way going forward. There will be no stops until I reach this district. However, where will this train go is the problem. How will I pass? I do not mind this track making a railroad crossing. This one should not have too much traffic. However, it is too close to the city. I don't want railroad crossing this close. I think the goal is to make it go and pass. I'll have an underpass between every track, every road it comes across. Here will be an underpass. From right there will be an underpass as well. Pass under these roads. Make its way into this district, where it'll continue to go, pass through, curve a little bit into this portion, which will then run near parallel to this road. And probably stop, maybe like right here in this portion. From here, maybe we can have a road crossing from this point. I don't want it to be too straight. It'll look a little too static if it's too straight. Static? Is that the right word? I do want to keep these hills, so I want to make it move around these hills. Not move too much. Like maybe like curve here and then kind of curve back. Here, there's a hill here, so I'm gonna go along this contour. Stay along this contour. Kind of not make it. I don't make it too sharp. That is kind of sharp, right about there. It says last stop would be in here, so let's keep going. Way past here. Now this does look steeper when you look at it from above, but this can be a tunnel, so please. Or I could make it pass through here. Let me do that. Pass through here. It can be a tunnel under here, or not a tunnel, but this can be bridged over. And this will just curve right here. Just get some bridges in place. Go with the classic. Here. Yeah, that could be an overpass. Or from back. I'm gonna clear trees as I go. Just so I can see. This is one line. There are sometimes, in some cases, if one line is like this and it's too long, which is the case for this one. This one might be too long. I tend to do what Connecticut and New York City does with their lines. They have an example being a line called the New Haven line. The line terminates at New Haven, but it also terminates at Stamford, Connecticut. The reason it terminates at two places because if it went to New Haven and it made all local stops, that train would take about 3 hours a distance. So what some trains do is some will make every local stop up to Stamford. The ones that go to New Haven will express all the way to Stamford, and then from Stamford they make all their local stops to New Haven. It's a way to kind of save time. Concerts? Is that a DLC? I don't think I do. I don't think I've ever seen a concert. That might be one of the concerts I don't, one of the DLCs I don't have. I don't think I've ever seen the concerts DLC. I never heard about it. It must be probably like the $5 DLC, I bet. I'll look in the Steam store, see what it is, see what it's got. Here, this is a railroad crossing. However, I mentioned before I don't like these grades. They kind of make like a large hill. That's why I have to switch tracks when making a railroad crossing. Gives the Sims a place to enjoy themselves. I feel like After Dark should have done that. After Dark DLC should have a lot more in my opinion. I mean, the day-night cycle is nice, but I feel like that's the standard. I feel like that's a given. City building game. Let me set it. Let me unpause it. I've never really played with it unpause day speed, so let me...
At Sternberger, our cars are more
I'll look at it. I'll look at it once I'm finished streaming.
We also know it's what IndyCar that is more important.
Will pass under. This will pass under as well. This bridge, I did want to make an exit on this road. I said specifically, only a one-way exit. It won't have connections to all the roads. From here, maybe from here and there forward. There is one right here, however, I could put one here. So maybe only one direction. Let me do that. I'm gonna take this bridge. Yeah, I'm gonna get the hotels one. I'm just not sure if I want to get the industrial one. I'm not sure about that one. That's the only one I'm not sure about getting, the industrial DLC. These have sucked. Set this to ground. This to ground. This is really high. Bring this down. Four. Commuter trains, I like a steady grade. Nothing too sharp. 1.3, that's a fine grade. This is pretty much in a trench. Nothing to complain too much about, but it is a little... What's the word for something like the opposite of tear jerking, but it's the eyes, like it's painful with your eyes. Can't think of the words. This is too steep. 4.3 is too steep for this. Thank you. Like, it's too bludgeoning for the eyes. Like, what's painful? I can't think of the word. Closer. That's fine. Okay. This will bridge across. It is a little too deep, but I'm not going to try to pay too much attention. Oh wait, this is good. Perfect. Usually I hate it when the thing does this, but in this case it's good. Oh, this one is bad. I don't like this one. I definitely don't like this one. Okay. I guess I'll... As long as it's not in the way... It's a little too much close. It's a word closer... It's like horrendous. That's the kind of the word I'm looking for. Horrendous. This, get rid of these barriers on walls. Well, it is a train. Usually, the train you have a cover. You don't want garbage to be thrown on the track, or wires to start a fire. Airport at night.
Plus, there's no cure anyway, so just sit back and relax.
I could make more airport lines. Maybe more airports will come by. Okay, let me put a police station. I'm just gonna place this in here for now. Not a permanent spot, just a little police station. Let me get the smallest one. This will just chill over here. Just to settle down their complaints. Not gonna worry about that. Yeah, I prefer this airport design and this. Well, maybe. Yeah, this one looks fine too, but I just don't like the newer one. It's a little too. I think it's too much. It shows too much. I don't like lights on the top of it too much. I prefer the side lights. They give it a better view. I do like the ploppable concrete that they're adding with the free update. I like that idea. Well, for vanilla users anyway. But I like the idea. I can't even see the train lines. It is so dark. My goodness. I love this area. This park is my favorite area of the city. Okay, let me do this once. I'm going to save. I might crash if I go in first person view again. I've done this twice. I've crashed twice. It's never happened before. But I'm going to save before I do it. That way I just come back in right immediately where I left off. This is... Now, let's go 5. How much RAM? Total, I got 32 gigs. Right now the game is using 23. 72% of it. Garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. That is right. I should add a garbage area over here now. It might be too much to just put it in one area over here. Oh no, I've survived longer. If I've built the city longer, I've survived with just the RAM I have for now. I'm gonna take a night tour. I don't think I'll follow it. I'll unpause. Maybe speed it up so the train can come here. I want the blue line. That's what I want. Blue line is on the right. Hopefully this is blue coming in. It is red. Not what I want. I'm just gonna take it right around the city. Oh yeah, I am thinking of upgrading. However, if I were to upgrade, I would want a completely new system. I'm running 2nd gen Ryzen, so I'm running Ryzen 7 3800X. Right now we're on what, Ryzen 7. Well, the next one I would get is Ryzen 7 7800. That's what I would get, or 7700. But to do that, I need DDR5. So I need to get... Oh, you meant this residence in the city. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking a ride first. I want to see if... I just want to see what the place looks like at night. Just driving through a city on a train. Hopefully I don't crash. I do like the bridge right there. The nice red accent from the Golden Gate Bridge. Very... Red is one of those colors that can distinguish really easy. If I crash it again, I'm not going in first person view again. If I would probably... I could remove this bridge. I don't know if I want this bridge here. It did come with it there, but I forgot to delete this too. Oops. I'll keep it there. It's like a nice little bypass, I guess, but I'll keep it. $20K. Oh, that's kind of hard to do because the way I have my Rico settings. I altered a lot of buildings, their capacities. So a lot of high-rise buildings wouldn't have as much people as you would think. The reason I did that is because I want to keep the citizen instance low while also expanding to make the city larger. So 20K, that'll probably take what, like 4 neighborhoods worth of buildings to put down, or even 5 residential neighborhoods just to get 20K. That's why a city like this would have had like at least, I don't know how much people there are in the city now. And it probably would have had at least like 50K. I think there's 50K in here already. No, there can't be. Yeah, it would have had at least 50K. Most of these buildings have a 17K, yeah. It would have been at least 50 to 40K naturally if I didn't alter the building's capacities. It's like a lot of these buildings, well, A lot of these buildings over here would have had at least 10 people living inside, 10 to 15. Same thing with those buildings that I just put up. They would have had maybe, what, 50, 60 people. I've altered them to be, just have, well, the ones that I showed first, like these ones over here, they probably have 5. The large ones would only have 25 instead of 50. So I literally halved their numbers. The reason I do that is because I want citizen instance, meaning I want, like, people, like actual people to be walking around the city. Like, the higher the population, the less people you have walking around your city, because you capped at that citizen instance level. Like, meaning some portions of your city will have a lot of people, but then other portions will look like a ghost town, which I kind of don't want. I want them all to be flourished around. Because your limit is 65,000 people can exist in this city. So maximum, I try to have 100k, which is enough to at least teeter on the level of 65,000 citizen instance, but because tourists will enter your city and tourists aren't citizens, they kind of take away some of that space. Because they're actual people. To get rid of some, you can get rid of dogs, you can get rid of birds, you can get rid of wildlife, because they're also citizen instance, which you kind of don't need. You don't need wild animals walking around unless you're making like a country place. I guess you could leave them on. For the most part, most things are altered. Like the size of building, like all these Korean buildings. Actually, no, I think I never changed the Korean buildings. I think these are vanilla settings. Every other building I've changed, though. Ah, blind. Eh. But at most, for today, I can expand. Actually, I don't even know if I will expand today, because I have to expand out the networks for the other places where I want to build. And once I figure out where I want to build, then I'll expand.
At Burn Bean Coffee, our environment is perfect for all of your work needs. There's
Yesterday, I expanded this portion in the college on top of the hill.
coffee technicians are trained to make a variety of coffees and sugary coffee-themed drinks just as you like it, all while generally making more noise.
Nighttime takes a while. I have it set to half the speed of vanilla nighttime, so nighttime will take 2 times longer.
Sippy sip coffee fans. Burn Bean Coffee. Get it while it's hot. Due to recent court actions, we are required to warn against the drinking of hot coffee.
Don't you want money for nothing? Yeah, you do. What's the catch? There is one. Anyone who wants it can have it. You just have to ask for it. Our 3-day sleepaway camp is the perfect place to strike it rich. Who are we? Well, we're the #1 dream makers in the region. And you are a motivated, driven, confident individual who has a desire to make it big. Run! Don't walk!
And make it daytime so I can see.
This is exciting. This offer is just for you because
Lock it
you
right there.
deserve it. Come along.
For the most part, if I were to build, this would probably be the next area over here. So connecting this road down, this road connect to here, run into this one most likely, or turn, match the rail, have other roads kind of grid along this road.
You're listening to Sunny Breeze.
But this road would probably be next. I do have to level this out.
That dial.
But for the most part, residential building, that'll most likely happen tomorrow. If I were to build all these houses. Next, let me do this side. Goes along the coast. I don't want it to be on the coast. Somewhere inside. So Yeah, residential will take a while because sometimes I manually place them down. Other times I'll just place them on a grid. A beach, yeah, the beach I can build over. Maybe that might be a little too far from the city, so somewhere closer. Like maybe I could turn this into a beach. I do have, I don't know where it is, but yeah, I do have the realistic beach. I could place that along this road. I could convert this all to sand and kind of slope it down. So I probably will do that for this area. Have a beach. Here's a little too shallow, so I'll probably put it here. So you know what? Maybe I can build this neighborhood right here. I can do that here. It is close by. We tried this. We flatten these roads out. It's something here. Pretty flat. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this portion, kind of move it out from here. I'm gonna take this and apply it. I'm gonna turn this into sand. We'll get rid of these rocks, however. These rocks do not have to be here for a beach. We'll continue this a little bit along the side, just so it looks like it matches. It looks like it was there already naturally. Rocks, however, make that unconvincing. I need this to have zoning, or else I can't place anything. Type of road this will have. This is along the shore. It does go to the city. It does connect to the highway. However, I think the option either historical or brick, or these. But it's a shore. This might be the option. Is it stone path? Maybe brick. This might be the better option. I'm just gonna see how this looks. I could do that, but then the realistic beach needs zoning to be placed on for the beach to work. Cars will eventually start driving up to this. Thanks, Biscotti. Oh, their prop distance is really short. I did forget to change the prop visibility distance. Really. Let's try 32. Well, I'll fix this on my off time, but Yeah, I definitely need to fix that. But let's try to get a neighborhood over here on this portion. This road does go to the beach. I do want some kind of road to go around this portion. Beyond this portion, it'll be 2 lanes. This is an important road going into the city. So 2-lane highway, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I'll continue this highway pattern going through. However, once it reaches this turning point, I'm gonna add, I could make a roundabout. Right out here. Now we're doing this does not turn this road into a highway anymore. It'll turn it into a basic road with larger, with roadways meant for higher traffic. Not too big, but not too small. 40 should be fine. I do want this to be a highway roundabout. Maybe not. This road will be a regular road, so let's do that.
Good pal Earl Gibb here on sunny
3-lane, disable zoning,
on a lovely day
going
out
across.
today, folks. Keep it tuned right here.
Near the trees. Here will be a regular road. Question being, large 2-lane or 2-lane? Well, in this case, it doesn't really matter too much. As long as the speed limit is higher than this one, it should be fine. From here, there are multiple options. We'll go straight, yes, but at some point it needs to turn, or one portion goes straight. Both is a fine option. However, I do want one to turn as well. One to match this portion. And then eventually meet back up with it at this endpoint. The speed limit on this road will be lower to prevent cars from taking this road overall. I'm gonna set this to 25 is slow. 20 is also slow. But depending on how slow I want them to be, take this road, let's go 15. They will no longer take that road if they wanted to get here. I will keep one road going straight, however, one will divide the process. I'm gonna do this just so I can see equal zoning. My thing is still disabled, I didn't even realize that. I'm behind this hill, so right here is fine. Right here, beyond this point, I'm gonna use this grid. There's a road from this point going downward. There's a hill here, however, that does not matter because it matches right here evenly. So I'm gonna stop a little bit short. Run right into this road. We'll run into this road. This could be a good spot for... I want to try to place this building along with, actually this would be good for the Ocean City Mall. It is called Ocean. I should just call this place Ocean View, to be honest. Type of buildings. You did mention holiday homes near the beach. The cars are starting to park. Now, it would be nice to have holiday homes. I don't think I have that kind of house in my inventory. Or I find it. I do have... In terms of housing. Nothing to do with the beach. These are villas, or luxury houses. I could put luxury houses, but they're a little too fancy. They're fine. They're fine, actually, but... These are all luxury houses. I mean, they work. But they do work. I could try that. Oh, we'll see how as we go. I'm gonna rid these. Maybe not too close to each other, but not too far. However, there is one spot. This train needs to go somewhere. Oftentimes, there wouldn't be a train too close. Too close. Not this one. This one would work better. I do like this one though. I like the idea of this one. Bridgewater. It would cause congestion if I did that. This one, fine. Where do I put it? Don't know yet. I would not mind railroad crossings here either. This one isn't a main line. Shops might be in this open area over here. The large buildings. They are a little bit of a distance away from the city, which is good. You usually don't want your shopping plaza in the city. And you don't want them incredibly close to your residential. You want them kind of a little bit away. That being said, I do need to move this track further back. It'll be in the way. This hill needs to kind of... not hill. I really said I wasn't going to touch the topography, but... there's no way I can't not do that. Be further back. This can turn. Let me place this here for now. This will be an entirely different district. 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 This will be This will be a district. This is just going to be sloppy painted for now. Maybe even these two portions can be one entire district. Don't know how large this one's going to be. I could split it in two, or I could just make it all one. But we'll see for now. Depending on how big the mall will be. Zoning off? Don't want too many roads to run into this, so let's bring it back a little bit. A little neighborhood in here. See what the people are doing. What was that? I see what they're doing. They're avoiding the speed limit and going down here instead. Let's make this a large avenue instead.
Square Packages, the packaging specialists, are proud to present a box on both your houses. The untold story of the invention of the box and the family rivalry that nearly destroyed it. It's a tale about opening your heart, finding acceptance, and inventing the most efficient means of shipping and packaging that mankind has ever known. Proving that to find what's in your soul, you have to
A little too...
the box and into another box, which is
A little too proportionate for my liking. Something needs to change in here. Like something could do this, or something needs to change in here. A little too square.
A box on both your houses, presented by Square Packages, the packaging specialists.
It's time for another letter from our listeners. And this one comes from Anxious Unknown.
Maybe like something breaks open at that point.
What's your favorite place to dine out? Well, hi there, Anxious. Thanks for that. And you're right. It's best to think twice before you step outside your door. Well, it just so happens. I just had a lovely
I don't know, something different needed to happen in there. It was a little too organized in there.
for a nice little meal. Nothing fancy. It's the simple things.
Since I shrunk this road, I actually don't mind too many roads running into here. There could be
But we don't need to
a lot of stop signs instead of traffic lights, which I prefer in this area.
not too runny, not too set.
At this point, the light's just stop sign. This one, all laced up.
Listen to all my suggestions. Really nice people. And we'd all be better off if we just focused on stuff like this.
Something needs to be here. A large park or something needs to be in here.
Now, back to the music.
I do want to change some form of... I guess this road kind of changes the grid. Taking some of these roads, have one main road, and just change the orientation. The same thing, have a large avenue, come straight down. From certain points, just have roads just come diagonally instead. I would eventually run into the roads that go straight. Stop early. And make them bend. Their zoning lines won't be fine, but I think that's okay, just to alter up the grid a little bit. This one will be different. This one will go a little further. Here. Let's bring that one closer. I don't want too many roads coming to this road, but this is just for layout for now. In this case, I want this to be a little bit farther back. Just eventually run to here, so let's do that. Go with this. Just to change it up. I don't want it all to be the same. Here, let's try to make them all the same on this side. So, get rid of these two. Let me flatten these out. I do want bike lanes eventually. I'll change the roads to have bike lanes. Some roads will have bike lanes. Move this one over. Points up there. Can't go any further from this point. There's a 5-block square space, but should be fine. It's like a separation from commercial. That's fine. Here, up there. Looks like this will be my bike lane. The train itself might have to sorts to be on this side, or just I think I'll place it on this side. There is one district. Good night, 1 AM. Jeez. That's my bike lane. I do want some road to come over here. I'll probably convert this into a bike lane as well. Going to the beach. If I do this, might as well make this a bike lane itself. The whole road will be a bike lane. Using these roads. Wheelless. Pretty similar. And they're forced bike lanes. Cars can drive on this, but bikes have a higher priority on this road. We'll stop it early though, because I don't want it to go to the roundabout. If that's the case, I'm going to convert it into brick past this point. Go to the roundabout from brick form. Let me get rid of these houses. They're just placeholders. Up until here is fine. I get one back, so again I'll continue brick from this point, go from there, and pass here. It'll turn into a bike lane. This entire road is a bike lane. Jump, passing cars go up. 20. I'll leave it as it's a bike. I'll leave it as 20. Single speed. Plan this out. Oh, I do want to put something here. Something in the middle. I do have asset for it. I never often use the Central Park. However, I don't think this is the place where it's... One reason being, I just don't like the trees and I cannot replace them. I just don't like the alders. A stadium would not work in this area. I don't want a stadium in the middle of a house.
Hello, my friends. This
I could put the stadium over here
you like that
if I were to put a shopping district.
But you know, I like
Most likely the Peanut Stadium.
that's what's
Peanut Stadium could be over here.
no matter all the craziness out there in the world, I get to just sit inside where it's nice and peaceful and listen to music and talk to you good people.
I want some form of asset to be in place in here.
Don't touch that dial.
Garden can be in here. Any from a large park, to be honest. A large park can fit in here. Go two across. And some down. Two across. Let's leave a big gap in the middle for something to be placed. These will go up. This one will not go up. Something can be placed in here. Again, this is the bike lane. Stopping at this point, I could continue. Stop right here. Then make this a bike lane as well, but I don't think I have a large 4-lane bike lane that's 1-lane size. There was one thing that I wish they added for the next patch, a large avenue with a bike lane. However, I do believe they can, I don't know if they can ride their bike in the middle here, but I think they can. It would be nice if there was a bike lane variant to this. Here as well. This would have been, these two roads would have been nice to have bike lanes. So I guess they're all two. Almost like it's 2.5. Don't have anything large enough to be a bike lane, but I think this is. So let's try to place a park in here. Let me see what kind of park can fit. Either that or I just place my own. I might have to place my own park. Yeah, let me build my own park here. Let me place the thing down. Cool. Do prefer to have the large arts of creativity and Green City Community School in this area. These are just placeholders for now. They're just going to sit there. The library. These can be, theoretically speaking, I could place the seaside resort buildings. Maybe in areas like this, like here. I have nothing to complain about with these buildings, but they might be better off on this portion of the island right here. We want to get this train connected, so let's do that. Right there. Continue straight. Making it a railroad crossing. I don't believe there will be too much traffic, train traffic, passing along this direction once it is finished. These will be the shorter trains as well, so there shouldn't be too much train traffic. I'm unlocking it so they fit the entire station completely. Not stopping at a short distance. Also, the track will just look a lot better if it's at the end. This needs to connect. Station here, station here, station here. In each district, there will be one station. It's usually how it goes. All of these can be railroad crossing. I wouldn't have a problem with that until I do. Meaning, until I see too much congestion, I will add a railroad crossing. I'll add a overpass instead of a railroad crossing. However, I don't see it happening now. I'm going to just make it a railroad crossing. I do want a station here, so the station might be at the edge, right at the edge of this county district. Be right here, because it does have to go across the water. That being the case, I will set their elevation heights to this point. Just so it's a little fair, their advantage height for the train. This is a long bridge. Not necessarily long. Keep that portion there. Convert this back. 3 is fine there. Okay, I guess that's fine. There will be a station right here, right at the edge of this county. District, Gasping County. The type of station it will be, I might continue to just keep it as... I'm gonna try not to use these. They are a little buggy, meaning I can't place a train line down on these. Same thing with this one. This one is very buggy, and the last one, this one is incredibly buggy. I do like them as a station, but they're a little bit of a hassle just to set up. I'm gonna try to stick with these. And they're small enough. I don't want anything too large. I prefer a large train passing by on these tracks because it's the only one on this distance. And then you're going into a very populated area along this line. I'll just increase the capacity, meaning more railroad crossings, which will be a problem in the future, but I will check to see how they function. Well, for now, I guess I don't need a station here. There's nothing here yet. I'm gonna test it out. Just clearing these trees for now. I can just place them again. I don't want them in the track. I gotta replace them with collision turned off. This one is laggy because there are too many trees in this option. The game has... I turned it so the game has these options, which are a lot less laggy because they use a lot less trees. I like to mix my trees. And this one comes with a lot of sandy trees. Bottom.
Sorry, make that 36 minutes. Time to put those nagging worries aside. You know, there's something that's been on my mind that I know I won't.
It's gonna be here for now. A little density in the area.
But it's nothing.
I'm just gonna add a train line now, so I can
No point fretting
fix it later.
sewer lines. I know it's probably best not to think about it, and neither should you. But just in case that is what's been nagging away at your brain, let me just say.
The inner city trains will already pick their path. They seem to like the end platform and this center platform, this platform right here. So I gotta go any other platform besides those.
I made sure. Of course,
So this one,
but for the next 35 minutes,
this one should be fine.
we're just going to get out of the way and let those hard-working technicians do their jobs.
Oh well, let's go a little further. Let's go further out. Let's go to this one.
One goes out to the whole crew, making sure all the lines always go the right way. Thanks, guys.
I can grab it. Did Inner City take that one? I don't know. They did. Okay. This one then. Type. We're going for the shorter version, so 400 passengers. Train line number 2 will be C2 or yellow. I'm gonna split this district in half. So from here, it's already in half. Divided by the bike lane road. Which is nice, actually. Half will be small green cities portion. Police can be placed along this road or this road. I prefer to have the police station built off of the larger roads. And in this case, let's use the medium size with the small one. Use the California police because off the coast as well. So firehouse. Firehouse can be placed on both large roads or small roads, depending on the noise capacity of the neighborhood. In this case, I'll place it on the larger road. This one only has 2 firehouses. Kind of sad, but I can increase the budget for these. Actually, I should have done. The garbage needs a lot of budget because there isn't enough. I can increase their distance. I will always increase water and electricity, but not too much. I prefer to have more road prepared vehicles on at nights. Fire. Increase the capacity of the fire trucks that'll be sent out. That for now. Post office, preferably at nights. More active. That was 3. I guess that's
I was at my favorite
one more, I guess.
and I heard this rather loud and frantic voice, a woman's voice.
Medical.
And quite
Medical can be placed depending on the size of the medical. In this case, it's a clinic. It can be placed inside of your community.
quick glance and looked away.
For larger medicals, I'd rather place it outside, but for a clinic, it can be placed inside of your
Right?
area.
A bit beside herself she was. And yes,
Place it there,
friend on
use a
the
fly car. It's a small clinic. They don't need a large ambulance.
Anyway, my lovely,
Along with the death care. I prefer to have death care close to it.
everything is gonna work out. You're gonna be just fine. This is Earl Gibb.
Retirement fits perfectly behind it as well. Well, this is healthcare for children. Retirement is a different story. I personally don't know where to put this building. Let's put it here. No. Put it on this side. And that is good. I'll place the buildings down. I do not care that the buildings are placed on a large avenue, because this is a large one-way avenue. If it was two-way, then I would care. I wouldn't put houses on these, but this one is fine. I'm going to avoid going past this bike lane. These are a different type of house beyond here. School can't be placed in here. I should figure out where to put these. Bring these on the inside. Place these in here. Near the housing. Can't place them here. Back here. This area does bother me a little bit, but I think that's going to be a park. Zoo. I just thought of a zoo. This area could be a zoo. So, like, area over here can be the zoo. I'm just going to paint this as a district and just type in zoo, question mark. Whole area could just be a small zoo. Not small, it's gonna be a large zoo, I guess. However, when I do this, I have to think about the other side of the island. What will be over here? I don't think I'll put a zoo in here. For the most part, this could be like a reservoir. Maybe this could be the nature reserve area. Keep that in mind. Zoo would be fine over here. It's more of like a basin area. I wouldn't be too mad if zoo was over here. Houses are starting to spawn in. Cars are taking this beach. Let me put more of these down. Green City Shopping District would not be bad to place along the coast of this beach. We stop there. There is a road over there. I'll continue going this way. I think the Green Cities would be fine to be placed along here. We'll have to change prop visibility distance. So I can see. But let me do that. Curious to see what that looks like. Yeah, let me fix this on my off time. I don't want to mess up any settings now, but I can't revert back. I could do what I said before and make these the luxury houses on this side. They are only 2x4. Nothing else will fit. 2x4, 4x2, or 3x2, or 2x3. Nothing will fit a 2x2 space. Nothing will fit a 1x2 space. These Edison buildings, They are not what I want in this area. So let's see. Can place these buildings out manually just to see what I want to place, but these buildings come in a lot of sizes. 4x4s aren't that friendly. This area that I want. Might have to place them down myself. I'll keep this. I'll keep that. I'll put this here. That might be the only 4x4 I use, to be honest. I'll have to go through randomly and sort out what I would want to use in this area. I wouldn't mind the food carts. Those would be good. Parking is good, just on this area, maybe. Yes. This will be a little bit tricky, but I don't want too many of these buildings to be placed along this road. I want something that looks like it belongs on a beach. Like this. Bird bean. Nothing that takes up space like this. This is just a waste of space if I use this. Same thing with this. It's a little hard to use these. I can only use these along this road.
The wait is over. It's finally here. Friday night chili bowling.
I'm gonna let the game
Bowling alley.
do what it wants to do.
Friday night, anyone who buys at least 2 games of bowling
I'll
gets
just
free
watch
cold
it.
chili. So don't wait. Book a lane now. Due to recent incidents, the chili will only be distributed at the end of your visit. That way you can enjoy it wherever you want. In a park, at home, or on a construction site. In the meantime, you'll have all the fun that bowling can provide. So come on back and be reminded that you're not actually that good at bowling. Andy's Bowling Alley.
We are the law. Accountant. The law accounting. I know what you're thinking. Are we lawyers? Are we accountants? Well, it's a complicated question, probably requiring the services of a lawyer.
Jim down.
And an accountant. Is that us? Well, what do you think? Seems to me that there's a lot of you out there who might need the use of the law accounting. But that's not legal
There are
advice.
too many roads going into this road.
In fact, we're legally barred from providing
Could limit it.
advice. The law
So let's say
officially
autosave.
since 2005.
I don't touch anything. Take your time. Take your time and autosave. As long as you don't crash, it's fine. Don't crash. Please don't crash. This is a long autosave. I'm kind of scared now. Okay, there we go. One more move. Don't do that. Just there we go. Okay. Plan was, let's see, remove this road
Unless this is a recording.
and remove that road.
You'd have no way of knowing that.
I don't want too many roads to enter into this road. I do want a small neighborhood to be on this portion of the island. Maybe even not even proportional. Just come up to this point. Stop right there. Midpoints for this road. Right here, 10. Let's go up. Up 20. So not 20, that's too high. 10C is too short. 10 works. Cross 10, over 10, down 10. Move this. Put this further back. Then I can zone here. Maybe even this. When the DLC comes out, I will have the option to change sides for zoning, which is nice. I'll save this spot later. They don't spawn correctly in these places. Like, they always leave gaps. These houses will always leave gaps. And never spawn anything. I don't know why they do that. These are luxury apartments. I could have kept it locked at level 4, to be honest. I could have... Let me lock it at level 4. To prevent the apartment ones from spawning. I'm gonna erase the apartments. Do not want the apartment building. Just the regular luxury houses. How long as the beach works? That guy's gonna die. They will have to move in pretty quickly just to fill up these spots. Train will bring in people.
You know, I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but you want to know what really gets my nuts? When
We need houses on this side as well. I'm gonna bring the smaller houses over here.
I want it on the mark, on the mark.
This is zoned to be the smaller houses, I believe.
I know it'll work. I know it'll be fine.
Train will turn.
Be right. But it's okay. It's not really a big deal. I'm not saying it's a big deal. It just bothers me sometimes. But never mind. Let's remember.
How many people are on this, by the way?
Get back to the music.
78. Needs to be more people going this direction. So that's good. As long as I know that works. This area is bald as well. This turn lane, I do not think I can fix this. They all seem to want to go to the highway. Okay, I will stop them. This should continue to this road. Let me do that. This is why I use adaptive networks, only for my pleasure. Other than that, adaptive networks is not needed. Along this road, I do want some form of commercial, but not Green City commercial, just regular commercial. As long as they're small, it's fine. So let's go with the college commercial buildings for the colleges. I have 2 of them. I'll check both. Depending on the level, I don't know which level is right one. These, I want these to spawn. These are level 2. Level 1, 2. So let me set the maximum to level 2. Let me turn off this one. I'm afraid of this one. I think this is the right one, I'm pretty sure. Max to 2. Putting all these houses only increase my... Not by much. Probably... a little bit over 1,000. I was at 19k. Yeah, I want things like these to spawn. I'm gonna make these historical. I'm gonna keep the way they look. I'm gonna try not to... with them. This Walgreens is fine. I'll go into their house now. As long as I don't see that building. When I say that building, I mean that vanilla building, that 4x4 with that weird looking thing. As long as I don't see that, I'm good. Most of them will go this way rather than taking this way, which is what I want. I don't want too many people to be driving on this road. This acts as a nice parking lot as well, which is nice. I do believe these are attracting a lot of people. Be a park in here, park up here, zoo all around here. I don't know what I'm going to put in this district, to be honest. I could extend the houses from over here to here. These are tall. You know, I'm not mad at this, actually. This was here by accident. I'm not mad at this. Same with these. This, I can be mad at this one. I just personally like this building. It looks a lot like a building you'd see in Manhattan. And no one is taking... all going M2. For the most part, I think I could say that's fine. These can be destroyed. They'll destroy themselves. And the problem will be fixed when more people move in. For most parts. Can start to get more people in now. this area. But I begin to move on to this island over here as well. I think for my off time, I'll finish extending the tracks in my off time. Might not get too much done if I do this the entire time. We'll do this in my off time. And then I'll just come back tomorrow and just see the progress of how it came. Don't think I should change this. This should be ground. This should be grade level. So this will be a railroad crossing. I can't go any higher than this. I want a station here. Station has to be right here. Next one here. Next one most likely here. The last one here. Nothing between here. So here, here, here. There. There's a one here already. Beyond this point, there'll be a split. I'll just mention that tomorrow, I guess. But today, what did I do today? Finishing this area. This quadrant. Next will be down here. Put a stadium here. Get a new exit there. Did this over here. Completed the train line. Both ends. I think I'll stop here for now. A lot of people are using this, which is nice. This signal is... Oh, they're there. Yeah, my visibilities are all wrong. There shouldn't be a box there. It disappears when I get close. So the visibilities are all wrong. I gotta fix that for tomorrow. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I think that'll be it for today. This will be all for today. Tomorrow, let's see, I might start... Well, I don't actually know. Tomorrow. Can't go for 7:30 because I do have to get up tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Monday, really early. Leave for New York. Tomorrow, let's go for 3:30. However, tomorrow will most likely be really short. I might have to end at 5 if I start tomorrow. Because I have to go somewhere at 6 o'clock.
That's why our cameras are the biggest on the market. Our shutters,
Or I could just come back on Tuesday, to be honest.
cameras aren't paperweights. They're tools. Tools used to create. In fact, the most valuable camera is the one that you're afraid to take outside. Vault Tech. Only the best.
I'll think about it. If I were to come back tomorrow, I'd have to start. I'd start at 3. 3 to 5. It'll be 2 hours. It won't be long. But that's the time limit I have for tomorrow. Let's go with that. 3 to 5. And Monday will be nothing, and then Tuesday I'll come back at the regular time at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. So tomorrow will be 3 o'clock p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. It'll be a short stream, a short 2-hour stream. I think that's all. Have a good rest of your day for anyone watching. I will be back tomorrow at 3. Very short stream. I guess 2 hours isn't short. 4 to 3 hours is where I would normally go, but